Just today is July 20th, 2025. Last year at this time, Atmosphere Music Festival was born. Okay, that's why I brought the flyer out today because I thought that was pretty unique, bro. Last year at this time, I was at the Ritz Theater preparing for a hip hop R&B music festival, going absolutely crazy, and just making it through. So it's admirable how fast time flies, because like it's just, that was last year, and here we are getting ready for year two. Like in 2 weeks, it's insane, man.
In just a year, life can be so different. Everything is just so different a year ago. But congrats, yeah. Like I said, I'm definitely gonna try and make it out to that. I should be coming back up here on
August 1st.
August 1st, yeah.
So yeah, man, that'll be great. That'll be phenomenal to have you there. I mean, given your experience within the industry and being at such, concerts, events, anything like that, I would like to get a feedback from someone who's been working a part of like ginormous events, you know what I'm saying? Or reputable events, because keep in mind, we're starting, so we're always looking for stuff that could improve. There's a lot of things that I am self-aware, our entire team is aware that we need to improve on, but it all comes with, year after year after year. You make the return and you put it in the company. You don't put it anywhere else. You have to put it in the company, because if you don't put it in the company, you're going to remain stagnant the whole time. So if you're around, man, I would love for you to be there. Definitely. Because it is year 2 of Atmosphere Music Festival and it's happening. So by the time this video comes out, that would already happen. So you'll be seeing it. I'm cranked right now, so excuse me. I had 2 cups of coffee. Go ahead. I
was going to give you a little promo drop. Atmosphere Music Festival, year 2, by this wonderful man right here. Make sure you guys go, get your tickets, support the artists, support the event. Great cause, great everything, great food, great venue, great music. Just great. So pop out.
Just be there, man. And that was a year ago for me. And last year for you, I'm over here watching your YouTube videos, bro. You had a tremendous year of traveling. You've been traveling around the world, I would say, around the world, bro. You've been all over the place, man. So I'm excited that you're here. This is a long overdue episode.
Yeah.
I had mentioned to someone that you and I are doing an episode, and they were like, that's a little late, isn't it? I'm like, yeah, it is a little late, but life happens. That's how things are. So here we are for episode 146 of the Middleman Podcast, featuring one of the top photographers, videographers that I've observed work, Mr. Addachy Media, man. Thank you for being here.
Appreciate you.
Addachy, I believe Tyreek called you Jamie-san or something, right?
Yeah, Jameson's my first name. He just giving out my government, but when I turn 30, I'm gonna start going by Jameson more. So with different parts of life. So in my 20s, I'm Addachy.
Interesting.
Yeah, when I was younger, everybody called me Jamie. So there's some people like, oh, Addachy, like who's that? Yeah, so different parts of life. When I hit 30, Jameson. When I'm 40, I don't know. Might just go by my last name.
Okay. Yeah. I respect that, bro. It's like different phase. It's like every decade of your life is a different type of evolution of yourself.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's funny. I think it is kind of funny because you're going from 2 to 3. Yeah. Dachi to Jameson. Yeah. As you grow older.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
He said Jamie-san like I'm a fighter, like, Japan fighting, giant. Yeah. Because I used to fight. So that's what it is.
Yeah. I've seen that. So you used to fight, but you're heavily now in photography, videography, but like, and I'm over here watching your vlogs, and I was able to gather a little bit about, the way you started in this industry and how you feel about it, extremely like grateful and kind of don't really know how it's happening, but it's happening, like as you're going on these trips, paying $15 for 2 scoops of ice cream, $9 for some pineapple juice. Like it's insane, man. It's insane, but the aesthetic is lovely.
Yeah, it is. And I forgot. I just wanted to say shout out to my brother, my older bro. He cuts my hair, takes care of me. So shout out to J Cuts, PA's finest cuts. Got a nice haircut. But yeah, no, it's very it's insane. The industry, being in it, and just there's a lot that's going on, and it's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of eye openers, a lot of things happen in Atlanta. I've noticed. So the funny stuff you see on the internet, it's in Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
I guarantee you, like some of those people I actually know, I hang out with, and I'm just like, oh wow, like y'all are actually like internet, like y'all are popping. Somebody will show me videos that I've seen it. Like I was there. I was there. I saw the rough draft. I actually did the audio, you know, so it's very Atlanta. There's everything's in Atlanta. And I didn't, like, I thought everything was in New York now. Like everybody goes down south. Everybody.
Atlanta. I've never been, as I mentioned to you talking on the phone, but I definitely should go down there. I should see what's going on. We have Relic Rhymes coming, and he's from Atlanta, I believe. If I'm wrong about that, I'm wrong, but I'm pretty confident he's from Atlanta. So yeah, Atlanta seems to be a really good mecca, a good place for, you know, a creative hub, you know, and all types of creators. And so you started in Pennsylvania, correct?
Yes.
So a majority of your life was it spent in Pennsylvania growing up?
Majority of my came to PA when I was 6 years old and left when I was like, I think 21, 22. Okay. I lied. I don't know. Maybe 22. COVID, you know.
I hear you. Yeah.
COVID age and
weird
you know,
times.
Yeah. But yeah, majority grew up in East Stroudsburg, graduated from South and whatnot. That was a fun time.
Okay, cool.
It was cool. I actually liked South. It wasn't that bad compared to what everybody else went through. It was nice.
I enjoyed poking them out West. We had a great time there.
Yeah.
Although there was a rivalry between West and South.
West and South.
Yeah.
I was not in any sports. I didn't even know.
Really, you didn't play any sports? So
I was just wanted to be a professional fighter. So I was outside fighting, going to the gym every single day of my life.
Well, let's dive into the professional fighting side of you because I mean that's an important part. And you don't compete anymore, do you?
Nah. Okay. I think I don't know. I began to itch, and I'm just like especially now I'm like, like I'm bigger, I'm stronger, so I'm just like kind of want to, but that head trauma just isn't worth it. CTE is not worth it. It really isn't.
So, what type of professional fighting did you get into? Muay Thai.
Yeah.
Okay, so Muay Thai, full blown like UFC type of thing. We're talking here.
Yeah, I was mostly training mixed martial arts, and then when I had really started to finally get into it, you know, I was covering everything under the book, like boxing, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai. I had my first amateur fight. Was getting ready for my second one, and unfortunately, my coach passed away. So that's why I stopped. But it was like a big part of my life. Like that's all some people even know me for, you know? So when they see me with a camera, they're like, they don't even know what you really do. So yeah.
And how long were you, training in those sports?
From when I could walk, literally I was doing judo, like as soon as I could start walking. Yeah. And then till I picked up a camera, that's when from maybe, how old are you when you start walking?
I don't know. Colo, you have a son. How old are you when you start walking? About a year.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like I have very, very small baby pictures of me in a karate uniform.
Wow.
Yeah. Like
that is insane.
I don't know what it was. I just like it.
Yeah.
I just love it.
It's an adrenaline. It's a rush. How'd your first amateur fight go? If you don't mind me asking?
It was great. I was 17. I think he was 23. And yeah, beat him up. I got sucker punched in the, you know what I mean? And, but other than that, it was enjoyable. Got to throw some knees to the face a few dozen times, so I won that. That was fun.
That is insane, man.
I was trying to find the footage. I can't find it.
And so you don't know if you're gonna get back into it. You have this itch every now and then to do it.
I definitely do. I always have an itch, but I'm just like,
How about to coach or maybe train it? You know, just train it at the very least. Maybe not compete.
Yeah, I would love to actually find someone to train because that would fulfill a lot, you know, fill a missing hole. So that would be fun. I wouldn't mind that.
That's awesome, man. So I was watching your vlogs, the Nobo. Am I saying that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Nobi.
They ain't getting another dollar.
Yeah. and within that vlog, it was part 1 and part 2, and then you also have Barbados part 1. I was thoroughly enjoying the vlog because that's like a different side of you that I feel like everyone who knows you off the social media, YouTube, so on and so forth, they don't see that. You know, it's not something that you have a large portfolio from. But within the vlog, I think it was the second one, you had mentioned that how'd you get into this? Like, how did you get into videography, photography? One thing that you kept bringing up was delusional, to be delusional. And I commend you for that because I have the same theory, the same thought. But you had mentioned that we were working at a job, a bounce house, $50 a day, a bounce house at the age of what?
That was, I think, at like 13, 14, and that's whose birthday party I was at yesterday. Like that's my OG. So
that's so cool.
Yeah. So I was a young teenager, 12 years old, 13, starting off whatever until I was like 17, 18, 19 and started shooting. So yeah.
That's early on, man. That is extremely early on. So you had a camera in your hands early on, already filming, recording. And so the OG, what was his advice to you?
He was actually sick of me complaining about how I wanted to go full time. And so he was like, yo, just quit. It wasn't like a whole speech. He was like, stop bitching, just quit. Like, what are you talking? Like, just do it. He was like, just go, you know? And so I quit both my jobs, stopped going to school. My parents is going to watch this, but they're proud of me, so it's okay. But yeah, that's why I ended up.
When you talk about stop going to school, like how much are we referring to, like not being in school?
I was in class. I was just editing videos.
Gotcha.
I think I had like 2 more classes left until I graduated, but it was so time consuming. And so if you're in class and someone's calling you to come to New York and make $1,000, what are you going to do?
It's kind of hard to stay in that class. Yeah. No, I get it. And so, you know, you had mentioned 13, 14, you were quitting that job. Something that I saw that you really enjoyed is editing. So when would you say you really got into shooting? You said 17, 18, 19 maybe?
Yeah. So, well, yeah, I was working that job at 13, 14. And, you know, as I was growing, I was still editing Call of Duty videos. That's what it was.
So Halo 2.
Halo 2, that's what it was.
Your poor cousin.
Yeah. Shout out,
memory.
Bro. Shout out to my bro. But that's really what it was. And just slowly, like, you know, I'd stopped. Modern Warfare 2 was like we had the HD PVR, the capture card. We were going crazy, some of my friends and I. And that was on Sony Vegas. I was on Sony Vegas 8. Yeah, Sony Vegas 8.
And that's where you essentially started your editing process and stuff like that. And you seem to thoroughly enjoy editing, as if it's like, you know, you figuring out a puzzle, putting things together, being able to tell a story. Is that why that's why you like gravitated towards the craft? You just really, and that's like a first, bro. Like I know, talk to a handful of, you know, like-minded people like you, and it seems like editing is like we got to do it, you know, but you seem to thoroughly enjoy it.
Yeah, I love it. That same cousin that used to hold the tablet for me as I played, we actually had skits. Like before everything was going on in the world today, we were doing it. I hate to sound like one of those people. We had the Sony Ericsson phones and we would thoroughly make movies. I'm talking like 5-10 minute skits. Like we were hilarious. We were children. And we had these phones and we would make so many videos, but I never thought anything of it. If you do a deep dive and you find my other YouTube channel, which a lot of people won't, there's like, okay, some stuff on there.
Was there the different name, Jamie?
It's under like one of my old gamer tags. Yeah.
All right. Who played games with him back then, bro? We got to figure out where that archive list is.
You know?
So there's like voiceovers and skits and stuff like that. That's pretty unique, man.
Oh yeah, there's some stuff that might get me canceled.
Really?
I cleaned up my Twitter. I was just talking to my friend about it. I definitely cleaned up my Twitter. Cause just in the event if I ever, you know, get there, I'm like, let me clean up.
I'm sure I got to do that too at some point, man. At some point, you got to go through it, man. It's all even with this show, I got to watch my words every time. I mean, there was one time that I was talking about furries and the furry community, and I was worried that the furries were going to come and get me. But I was like, you know, if I get canceled by the furry community, I don't think there's a large percentage of the global economy, so I think I'll be okay. Is what I'm saying. Right?
Yo,
you there with me?
Yo, listen. There's you know, there's certain groups we just. They're good. I'm going with everybody.
We just move on. I got you, man. I got you. That's hilarious. So, what did I want to say? So within these traveling, you know, you're traveling everywhere. You're doing these music videos. You quit your job, 17, 18, moved to Atlanta at 21. Delusional. There it is. Delusional. What is it about being delusional that aids you as a creator? You know, I'm sure you've had countless conversations with people who are like, what do you do for a living? And how'd you get there? You know, and what do you credit to getting to where you are right now?
Yeah, it's really being delusional, and quite honestly, just I'm so lucky to have my parents. That's really what it is. They really just let me do whatever I wanted. They're like, oh, like I used to be in a school choir, and then I just stopped, and then I was fighting the whole time. You know, they didn't even like it. My mom would cry watching me train. She couldn't even handle it. My dad, the chillest person on earth. Like my dad is the chill guy meme. Like he genuinely is the most calmest, chillest. I have some friends that I've been friends with for 20 years. They've been to my home. They're like, I don't think I've ever heard your dad speak. I'm like, he's just chill. If he has nothing to say, he's not, you know. But just really my parents. They just let me do whatever I wanted. So they let me play the game. They just do good in school. Don't cause no trouble. And that's it. So really because of them, like they're the number one reason. So I owe everything to them.
But then eventually you went ahead and you made the move from, I'm assuming, living with your parents, correct? Yeah. And moving all the way to Atlanta. Did you have connects there at all going down there?
So the Atlanta story is funny. I don't know if you know Illwink. He's a DJ.
I do not. Haven't heard of him.
So he went to ESU, and he last year, whatever, his bed got flooded. Like his crib got flooded that he was like staying at. Mm-hmm. Something happened. And I remember we were having a conversation of going to Atlanta previously, and then his bedroom room got flooded. So he was just, he graduated, everything's good. So he's like, you know what? Like, so he went first. And then we all just followed after him. So that's really why we all went. But we also went because the industry's there. We always knew.
Who's we?
Me, AJ, my boy Reed, Wink, our boy Steph just moved over there. Who else? It was a few of us at the time. AJ Azani, yeah.
Okay.
He was there with us for a little bit. Our boy Trelly, I don't know if he was there.
I know Trelly, yeah.
I don't know if he was there before, right after we came, but there's like a community of us.
So yeah. Did you have you visited Atlanta any time prior to moving down there?
No.
You just kind of said screw it and went.
I just knew the industry was there.
And that's delusional, bro.
Yeah.
That is extremely delusional. I remember I have this one video where it's like I had to convince 50 Cent said it. I had to convince myself, I had to be delusional. I had to convince myself. And that's one of the things that I think about often is you start here and you get so far and you look back, and the beauty of what you and I do is that we can see the evolution physically. Mm-hmm. Like we can see it, from video 1 to where we are now, to what you were recording in your Halo days, mm-hmm. to what it's developed into along the way. 'Cause you have a wide portfolio of events that you shoot, whether it be photography or videography. It could be a product shoot, a wedding shoot, an event shoot. And talk to me about starting out, what were the most more than common videos or gigs that you would get?
It was just music videos. That's really what it was. Who was I really working with when I first started? My first music video ever, I only charged $100. I drove all the way to Manhattan to shoot it too, which is so dumb, but
wild.
Yeah, gas, tolls,
Yeah,
it was crazy, but yeah, it was just music videos. And then once I got my first $100 from that, then it just elevated to whatever it is now. But yeah, just straight music videos. I was shooting almost 100 a year at one point.
How did you get your gigs? Were they recommended? Did you go out and seek people that you particularly wanted to shoot? What were you doing early on when you didn't have a clientele?
So really, it was just posting. When back when Instagram was cool, and you could post content. Yeah, back when it was just the algorithm of the word. I would just post. I would just post, and then I would start to promote myself. Actually pay to promote a year after, but really word of mouth and. Just from one of my great family friends, Zell. He's a graphic designer and he would do a lot of art for people.
Yes.
And he put a lot of people on to me. And Raw Quality, I don't know if you know him.
I have heard Raw Quality.
Yeah, Raw's literally the GOAT. He's the best. He's a legend for the entire East Coast. He just won 2 Grammys.
I saw that. Yeah,
I
did see that.
Congratulations to him. Yes. Raw put a lot of people on. Yeah.
And did you grow up with some of these individuals, or did you just meet them along the way?
So Zell, no, he's engaged to my best friend from when I first moved here. Her and I've been friends for 20 years. So he's engaged to her. And then Raw and I went to high school together. So yeah.
It's so cool to see your homies winning with you.
I'm so happy for him. I told him, I was like, oh, you're going to win a Grammy one day. And this is just the first of many for him because he's an engineer and he's gonna do work he's been engineering since I met him when I was in high school. So
that's stellar, man. I mean, and how old are you now?
I'm turning 28 this year. So
okay, so we're about the same. That's awesome, man. Yeah. That is phenomenal to be able to tell stories about that, be able to have your friends with you growing at an amazing rate. And you guys basically work hand in hand because there are times where you are producing the video aspect of songs that I'm sure he produced and engineered, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's done a lot of Rax, Uptown Rax. It's the person I work with the most out of everybody. I think maybe we've done 20 music videos. I don't know. Wow. But yeah, he's engineered a lot of the videos I've shot in East Stroudsburg, and Mount Pocono. he's mostly done a lot of them. Yeah.
And when you go into these music videos, as a client hits you up to inquire about music videos, what usually goes into the process? Do they usually present you a plan, or is it always different where they may present you a plan, or they ask you to come up with the vision for it? How often are you creating the vision versus them giving you what they would like to see?
Now, well, back then it was more so. I would probably say 10% of people came to me and they were like, "Oh, I have an idea," but mostly it was just like, "Hey, like let's just run and gun." They'd be like, "I have the song. Let me know what you think. I can't do too much, money." I was like, "Cool, let's do it regardless. Let's try and make it work." And that's really how it would work. It was just really simple. The one time, one of the first times I actually had like a nice budget is when I did that zombie walk video, and they had dancers, they had makeup artists. They had they got a whole bunch of fireworks. We got a whole bunch of fireworks.
Sick.
Yeah, it was great.
All right, we got one take. All right.
Yeah, no, literally, we had one take with the fireworks, and it turned out nice. So
wow, that's awesome, man. And talk to me about the name Addachy. Where does that originate from? And then you have a very unique logo there as well. I've seen it kind of develop from what it originally was to what it is now. So the name Addachy, where does that come from?
That's my middle name.
That's your middle name.
Yeah.
Okay.
And a lot of people, for whatever reason, they don't believe me, but that's my actual legal.
You got your ID? Because I don't believe you.
Yeah. But it's spelled differently legally, but it's all my name is different, and the legal way for my business, it's just the way it's on my social media. Because some guy in Japan, don't give me my name, whatever, it's cool. But yeah, my parents gave me that name, and they said it means the gift of God and the Son of God, something like that. And and my logo, that was done by Doach, one of my best friends. His name's Kalechi, his older brother Doach. Kalechi makes music. You might have maybe seen a music video of his. I did a few of his. And Doach, he's a wonderful artist. I mean, spectacular. He's top 5 artists I know in my entire life. He's amazing. He made that logo. It was a little pin on a bigger logo. And
okay.
Yeah. So the story is that we had a logo. It was a group of us, and everybody made music, but me and my boy, we would shoot, and we had a logo. It was a pin, that little however many size my logo is. It was on his chest on a tuxedo, and I was like, oh, I like that. So we never did anything with the group, but I saw that pin and I kept it, and I kept it for years. Like in high school, like mind you, I wasn't shooting in high school. I was just training, and so when I.
All right, so we had an issue with the audio. Shit happens. I got to get a new wire. We're going to fix that. We're going to take care of that. But as you were saying, Dachi, my apologies about the logo. We were speaking about the logo. You had mentioned that it was a pin, and I think that was where we were going with it. So
yeah, it was a pin on a bigger logo, and I took it, saved it for years until I was like, all right, well, it's time to start my going into the entertainment industry.
Yep.
And that's basically it. And then I always saw it having arms and legs to what it is now. It just took a while because I just didn't. You don't have to be in a rush to do everything. Just let things happen. However they're supposed to happen.
So you were recording a lot of music videos to start out, but since then, photography shoots. Would you say when you started out, were you more so a videographer or a photographer?
I was definitely both. I definitely was both because I was doing photos and I was doing video. I didn't mind doing either or. I just knew the videos would always take me further because anybody could take a picture. Anybody can record, but not everybody can edit. And if you do edit, you can't edit at such a high frequency and efficient rate,
I think the projects that you edit gotta drive you insane because, bro, I'm telling you, I don't know the editing process as thorough as these guys do, but even if I've dabbled in it with the reels and little aspects that I touch upon, but dude, you got 55-minute documentaries, 55-minute clientele vlogs, and it is insane. Like I'm even sitting here thinking about like the storage that you have to keep this all stored somewhere, and you can't just burn it as soon as you deliver it. You know what I mean? So your equipment list has probably this large, huh?
Yeah, type.
What are some of because I'm really thinking about like the storage aspect of it. What can you tell the people who are looking to get into what you're into right now? What is the best way to go about getting the right materials and getting the right equipment?
The best thing to do is to invest in the right stuff the first time. That's number one. My boy AJ, I don't know if you ever see me post him. Goddard. I always post he's breaking my equipment because that's what he's always doing. But you know, it's cool. Yeah, he just had an SSD crash on him, a SanDisk one. And SanDisk has this model, it's just one specific model of their SSDs. It crashes on people, whatever. And he wasn't able to recover it, you know? And I'm like, ugh, you gotta get a Samsung, because I've never heard anybody saying, oh, my Samsung, you know, those lacy drives, whatever. This is what I recommend. What you're shooting on right now, you have a current work drive. You put it on a current work drive, a solid state drive, a Samsung, right? Get a 4 terabyte. Just invest into it. It's expensive, but just do it once. You do it once, you're good. You do that. But after you back it up on your work drive, you back it up on your hard drive that just stays home. That hard drive could be 4, 8, 12, 16 terabytes, you know, whatever you want. Don't travel with that. Keep that
massive
home.
storage, bro. That's a massive drive.
Yeah, just keep that home. You know, your solid state drive you travel with because there's no spinning disk inside of it. You know, I learned this the hard way. I had a hard drive crash on me, and I just pressed down on it like this as I was picking it up, and I heard it crack. Yeah, lost a lot of everything.
Wow,
we don't got to talk about it. But yeah, that's definitely. Just invest into the right equipment the first time. I just told you I just bought a SD card, and I ran out of space at a shoot and I'm deleting files I didn't mean to delete, and oh my god, with that 1 terabyte CF Express A card I have 10 hours of footage at 60 frames per second in 4K. I'm good. Like 10 hours is a lot.
That is. I'm
great, you know.
Speaking about like how long of footage that you could have stored on there, how long have you recorded? How long have you held that camera? I'm sure your arms get tired, man.
Yeah, I don't know. We going to the gym, you know, so it's not that bad. I would say maybe the longest where I've held it just like all the time was when I went to Japan with Jay Show, with Cool Kid. He goes by both names. Like Cool Kid from BX. We were vlogging all day, so you know, just holding the camera. But I don't mind.
That's a 3-part series there too.
Yeah, he has a lot more content from that. He has to drop, and then I even have content I think from that. Yeah, it's a lot.
You got to create as well, you know, like with the vlogs and stuff. And talk to you about those vlogs. I know I'm kind of jumping around everywhere right now, but those vlogs, man, are you going to continue doing that?
Yes, I am.
Just on a back burner because I'm sure you have clients that you need to.
That's the problem. And then I want to edit it a certain way. And, you know, it's not about hiring an editor. It's just I can edit really quickly so I can just get it done. Unless it's like that real content I showed you, that fast-paced stuff, that's going to take longer. Whatever. That's me being, you know, me. But the vlog stuff, it doesn't take me that long. It takes longer for me to record than just to edit it. So, but I promise I'm going to because everybody's asking. Everybody.
We got to see those, bro. Those are great pieces of footage there, man. And let's talk about some of these documentaries. We can start off with the trip to Japan, okay? You took a trip to Japan. I'd mentioned before we started here that you've been traveling, you know, all last year, and you got to see the world pretty much, you know. So you get this trip to go to Japan with Jay Show. What was the premises? Did he hire you, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah. He just hired me to come out and shoot for him all day, every day. It only got tiring towards like the last bit of it because we were like trying to leave Japan, and it was like it's funny because we kind of just pulled up to Japan. We just pulled up and we were fine. Like you could find a place to stay in Japan.
Wait, so you guys didn't have any like hotel or anything planned? Or
we did like in I think it's called Nihamatsu, but like when we got to Japan, we didn't have any plans. I was like, yo, where we staying at? And he was like, oh, we'll figure it out when we get there. And I'm like, you know what?
I like that.
I like that because let's just
So the premise of the trip was just to go.
No, it was an event. I might be wrong, pronouncing everything wrong, but we went to Ibisu. It's this drifting event up in the mountains of Nihamatsu.
Sick videos, man.
Gosh.
Sick videos.
Yeah. I didn't edit them. He has his editor. I was just shooting them. But yeah, it was I was trying to make sure everything looks good. Those vlogs. He has so much more. We were there for, I don't know. We were there for a while.
How long? How many days, give or take?
I think we were there for 2 weeks or 2.5 weeks.
That is a tremendous amount of time to be there, bro.
love Japan.
You mind me asking, was it like kind of like all inclusive for you, or you kind of like just he said, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you this, get over there."
He took care of me. He took care of me. Yeah, he took care
Shout
of me.
out Jay. Respect.
Yeah, he's great. He's one of the. I wish a lot of Uptown Rags, Jay. They know how to take care of someone that's working for them. And it's not like I'm just chilling like I'm working the whole time, but that's how it should be. Like if whenever I hire someone for a wedding, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get you equipment. We're gonna get you fed. I'm gonna pay for your gas. Tell me exactly what you need. Actually, I want you to come to my house and sleep over, so there's no issues, and I'll give you gas because I don't want any issues. I want to make sure you're able to do your job well. So that's how I move when I'm hiring people and doing business. That's what I prefer. And when people do that for me, it's like it's nice. That's what you want.
I like that, man. So at times you have to call upon other people to give you a hand, especially in wedding events. Getting and some of those people that we may mention is probably DSP. DSP. Who else do you probably work with?
DSP
Mello. DSP Mello. Do you know?
Oh no.
Am I lying? Wow.
No. AJ. Yeah. Okay. Goddard, and Lord Brooklyn, and Three False Prophets.
Three False Prophets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Those are the people who I definitely always call for a wedding. I just know like they've just been shooting for as long as I have, and so yeah, those are my guys. Yeah.
So Japan, you're going there for a drifting trip, okay? Yeah. And I saw online that you were able to get in the vehicle and get the firsthand experience as a passenger behind in that car.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that experience, bro, because that is like a once in a lifetime experience. I brought the cars out specifically for you because I was like, we're gonna talk about some drifting here, man. So tell me about it. Tell me about the experience. Tell me about that entire trip, man.
That was crazy. Ricer, right? Yeah, Ricer Miyata is his name. I can't remember the other bros' names. So I went with Jay and I went with Gabe. And we met up with Ricer, and I forgot the other guy's names. I feel so bad because we were together the whole time. Yeah. But that was my first time meeting them. And so, yeah, that was just fun. That was great. And we went, I didn't want to do it. How'd
they get you in it?
Yo, I heard my mother, like, I just heard her voice because I'm like, it was low-key crazy. We're on a mountain. There's not really anything to protect you other than a helmet. And it has the cage, inside the car.
Cage, yeah.
But if something goes wrong, if someone hits you too hard, you fall off, you could really roll down.
Someone hit you? Did people get hit?
Oh yeah, they were doing it on purpose.
What?
Yeah, I saw someone actually hit the wall and their car flipped over, and she was fine though. She was fine. But like, I mean,
that's an adrenaline junkie right there.
I was so close. Like we were right there by if you on the vlogs, if you see it. I didn't capture that part. I caught the end of it. I don't know if it's in there or not. I don't even know if we even got to that part of the vlog. But where that wall is and maybe where this light is right there, that's how close I was. Happened right in front of our faces. Like we ducked, like pieces were flying in the air. Oh my
God.
But other than that, Ricer took me around for a lap or two and I was like, I'm good. The nighttime one is scary. When drifting at night, oh, that's different. That's scary.
That is insane, bro.
I was actually like, the daytime one, I'm like, the nighttime, I'm like, oh my God.
You were in the vehicle at nighttime as well?
Yeah, we went, yeah.
Wow.
You drift at night as well. And there's no lights, just your headlights. And you're like, I'm talking.
It's like body motion sickness. Yeah.
It wasn't that bad. No, it wasn't that bad. It was more so just the fact of like, you're not in control of anything. You just got to sit there.
I mean, I was watching the video and I would say like the cars really weren't giving each other much room from bumper to bumper, essentially. And I'm like, that is insane. Like these guys have so much trust in themselves in this sport, in this, niche. And it's to be a part of that, to be on the side, like never in your life, I'm sure, did you think that was going to happen, right? That you were like, I'm going to get in this drift car and we're going to do this shit.
I even just going to Japan, I had told myself, like, 2-3 days before, I'm like, man, I would love. My mom went to Japan the same year, last year, and she was just telling me about it like all the time. And I'm like, I think I'd like to go to Japan. Like, let me go on one more trip this year. I was like, let me go. I just want to go to Japan, and I just said it out loud to myself one day. I was just chilling, and then Jay was like, yo, you want to go to Japan? I'm like, of course. What? I've always wanted to go, so. It was perfect.
That is an awesome experience. I did see that you did take photography, you did take photos as well, and you were critiquing them, saying that it was difficult for you to get a great crisp photo as you would like.
Yeah.
So why was this so challenging? What are some of the challenges that other people will experience if they're trying to capture something at such a fast motion and a fast pace?
Yeah, it's different with sports. You crank up your shutter speed, and that's that's to be able to capture like if you want motion blur or not. But with the cars, it's different because you have to drag your camera along.
Okay,
That was
so you gotta
shoot and move the camera. But the issue is, the more I wanted like a super drag, like I wanted it to look a certain way basically, and yeah, it took me a while because you have to be very steady. I'm talking like because my shutter speed I think was at 1/5 of a second or something like that, which is really slow, and I was even going slower than that because I was trying to get this certain type of look. But yeah, I eventually got it on a few of them. I still didn't even post all those photos, but yeah, that was it.
I appreciate the knowledge that you have in this, bro. Especially, I'm sure in the editing realm of things, bro. Do you ever like do any tutorials online or anything like that to show people?
Yeah, only for the homies though. Like for people that's just starting out, if they genuinely want to learn, I have another YouTube page, and I think I have like 5 tutorials on there that shows them. But it's a lot of. The thing with tutorials is you have to edit the tutorials. And someone like me, I don't want to edit the tutorials. So I'm just going to hit record, and we're going to sit there and just go through this 10-minute video. You just got to sit there and just pay attention.
Watch it, pay attention. Yeah. And so with editing those videos, where was I going? Because now I just lost my train of thought. This happens all the time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, good. I like your watch. You have a really nice watch.
Thank you, bro. I wear it all the time. You got a nice watch as well.
Thank you.
Yesterday we had a guest here who was wearing 2 watches. It was different. Never seen it before a day in my life, but that was the first right there.
Fire.
So Japan, you were there for 2 weeks. You got to eat some lovely food, some amazing food, and then you guys came back.
We went to what's the breakfast place? Not Waffle House.
Gold Cracker Barrel.
No.
IHOP.
No, something within that realm. Oh God, terrible.
It's if not Waffle House.
I don't know. We went somewhere.
Denny's?
Yes. We went to Denny's, but when we were in Nihamatsu in Japan, we went to Denny's every single morning. I mean, they knew we were coming. Like they already had the table ready for us because after the 3rd day, the 4th day, like we already we're good. But the first time we went, we were ordering on the tablet, and I don't know, we somehow messed up the order. We got way too much food. We finished it. We finished all of it. But oh man, that bill was only crazy because of how like we just didn't know how much food we were getting. And we were like, yo, we really just I mean, that was crazy. Yeah.
Very fresh. And then you also went to the Lego World there? Isn't there like
yes, I think did we? I don't know.
You've been all over the place.
Yeah.
Though. Yeah, you guys were well. Let's talk about some of your documentaries here. I thoroughly enjoyed this documentary, bro, and I want to hear a lot more about it because it looked like an immaculate experience. And the documentary I'm referring to is a Sanctuary Session documentary. And talk me through about, just getting onboarded for that project and give me a little bit of the finite details that not everyone knows. But I sat there and I watched that project from beginning to end, and it was an entire vibe.
Thank you.
From start to finish, I'm like, wow, this is like some Rick Rubin shit right now that he is experiencing. So, Sanctuary Session. Okay, tell me about that documentary. How'd that go?
So that was John Sway. He's an artist. He's wonderful, super talented, very nice guy. We were just talking the other day too. We're still connected, and he just wanted to. He was tweeting like, "Oh, wait, I should get a crib," and because J. Cole does it with but. You have to get a crib, money, this, whatever, the paperwork, all that, whatever. And so Sway did that, and he hit me up, and he was like, because we work together, we'll speak frequently. He's like, yo, would you mind doing this? I was like, I would love to. It's great. Never did a documentary before. That should be a fun editing process. The original video was an hour and a half. I cut it down to what, 55 minutes?
55 minutes, yeah, right on the dot.
Oh, that was terrible. But yeah, that was a long editing process. But yeah, once he called me, I called my guy AJ, and Aileen, she helped out a lot for that project too. But yeah, it was just AJ and I just barely getting sleep. It was to this day, I've never experienced anything like that. That was the most beautiful musical experience. I wish people could understand when you're with other like-minded people in a nice home, and you're all focused 24/7 on this one thing is to just make music. I don't make music. I love music. But documenting it, seeing people make beats from scratch, singing, seeing them write, the inspiration, the frustration, the everything, the help, the live instruments and all that, it was so beautiful, and I didn't realize I was in a trance when I was there until I
I'm
left.
sorry, what do you mean by that? In trance?
When I left to go get Starbucks,
Mm-hmm.
I like forgot there was like a whole world out there. I was like, oh, like I got a whole high from being there, and I literally got what's the word
Culture shock?
no like my brain just, I don't know what the word I'm thinking of, but I was so locked in.
Tunnel vision.
Yeah, no, something else. I feel like
fixated.
Something like that. Yeah, and like heavy. I mean heavy, because we didn't leave for like 48 hours. And
how long was that session? Was that place booked for 48 hours essentially?
They had it for like, it was supposed to be 3 days. It ended up being 5. I think I was there for 4.5.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it was great. It was so beautiful. I went to go get Starbucks for us, and then I was like, oh, I'm not in this. I was like, whoa, what's, like, I forgot. It was so beautiful. But yeah, Sway, he's that guy, and some of the music that was made, man, it was, yeah, that was one special experience.
The tracks that you had featured within that entire video, I don't think a single one of them was a miss. You know, it seemed like a great creative group of people. It was 35 artists, I believe, is what I heard.
Yeah.
35 artists that were asked to come to that location, and basically, I'm just keep saying, like a Rick Rubin experience.
Yeah.
Like it's a mansion, okay, isolated, it sounds like, away from the outside world, and just in a hub full of creators. And so within that documentary, you know, you guys are conducting interviews, you're speaking to individual artists and stuff like that. Is that something that you took upon yourself as a director to kind of include, because you felt like that is an aspect that needed to be in there?
Yeah, I originally wanted the direction of the video to be told by the interviews. That's what I was really going for. I don't know if I executed that, but that's really what I was trying to do. So yeah, and then Sway was just like, yo, just do you. And he was like, and the music videos that are within it, there's still stuff from that project. I was like, like I told you, it was an hour and a half, and I just scratched a lot of it out because I just wanted it to be able, I want people to be able to just watch it and be like, oh wow, this is something, you know.
That is dope, bro. And is that your only documentary that you've done?
Yeah, AJ has a documentary we shot, but it's not out. That's my brother. Like he's really like, we don't live together, but he lives 2 blocks down from me in Atlanta, so we're always together. And so a lot of the projects we do are together. So he's here with me in spirit. A lot of the stuff I do with him, you know.
That is a top-notch documentary, and I really want to encourage everyone, if you're a creator or just looking for something new to watch, you know, to just think that that's going on in this world, that people are doing that, taking the initiative on themselves. A young group of individuals, extremely young, all within their 20s, I'm going to say, like executing what you guys executed there. And, you know, you were able to capture that and show everyone what was going on, man. I think it's a well put together video, and a great experience. So, you know, seeing the frustration, seeing the producers, you know, elaborate on the amount of pressure that they had, you know, because everyone wants to be seeing artists take the back seat to watch, you know, and observe, rather than, oh, let me get on this track, let me get on that track. And there were people traveling from all over. I saw Texas, New Jersey, you know, where else? Probably like Florida, so on and so forth. They were traveling all over the place, man. Yeah. And for you to be able to have that connection, you know, all to a credit of your portfolio and all the type of work that you've done, because there's a wide range. I can't single you out and say that you only shoot this, bro, because you shoot a lot of things. So taking into consideration, when a client comes to you, what are some of the things that you are looking for as they present their project to you? You know, because I'm sure a lot of people hit you up, but you're very selective because you're only one guy, right? And they want the Addachy style media.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you take into consideration before booking a client?
I always ask people this, and it just lets me know if I want to deal with it or how I should deal with it. I always ask people, what's the scope of work? And some people's like, okay, the scope of work is this. I'm like, cool. What about your deliverables? They're like, believe it or not, I've had people tell me, what do you mean by deliverables? What do you want delivered to you? I say, how many deliverables are you expecting? Mm-hmm. And some people don't know. And once they answer me that, I'm like, all right, I shouldn't work with this person. Let me refer them to somebody who knows what they want, because like, they haven't worked on anybody before. Mm-hmm. I might be there. I'm a lot of people's first time for a lot of media stuff. And it's no disrespect to them. It's just like, I don't want to sit here at this time and this age to you know what I mean, to baby walk some people through. It's just like, let somebody else experience that, you know? Even some people don't know what scope of work means. They're like, okay, what's that? And I'm like, what's the scope? Like, what do you want to do? Yeah. So yeah, that tells me everything I need to know. And then I always ask, I feel like every photographer, videographer should just ask, what's the scope of work, deliverables, delivery date, and what's the budget? And yeah, if some people, if they don't answer all four, they continuously ignore one of them, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to pass this on to someone else. I'm very simple. I'm a very simple, easy guy to work with.
You don't want the headache.
I don't. I'd be tired, bro. I'd be tired. And I want to put my best foot forward. And if somebody can't even message me properly, you know,
You're sleep deprived, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I mean, I just drove up here, so I definitely am right now. Yeah, definitely am. Definitely.
We're hours and hours of editing, man. So like, how do you stay locked in? How do you stay focused? How do you also ground yourself in the midst of all of this editing, man? Because that's very important. As someone who's always on the move, working, editing, trying to remain yourself and stay cognitive to who you are as a person. How do you take a step back and reset?
Really don't, to be honest with you. I don't ever actually.
Do you think that's a problem?
It definitely is. It definitely is. I mean, thankfully, I was just on a nice trip in Anguilla, so that was a nice reset.
Where?
It's right next to St. Martin, in the Caribbean. Yeah, that was nice.
Awesome.
I was with my cousin, just smoking mad cigars. That same cousin,
smoking
mad cigars, drinking everything we could drink. But that's the only time I really reset. Because when I'm traveling, I'm really working, you know, and I'm recording a lot of the time. So I don't know. Some people can operate that way. Sometimes you really don't need a break. I don't know if you know Alex Hormozy.
I do not. I haven't heard the name.
He's a really wonderful business guy, and he was like, he went on vacation and he like left like the next morning because he was like, what am I doing here? Because I don't know. I don't mind sitting there editing, especially if it's something that I like. I'll sit there. I want to enjoy my rent too. So I got my 3 monitors. I got my laptop. You know, we good. We got some eggs in the fridge. That's all I need. Give me some water. I don't mind. I'm cool, you know, as long as everything's taken care of. But yeah, I think if you're healthily obsessed with it, just do it, you know?
You are definitely healthily obsessed with it. I think it's the first time I've ever heard that before. Yeah. You got an obsession, man, and I'm gonna keep commending you for the editing factor of it because I just know what goes into it, and the large projects that you're putting out, man, are insane. To think of like this man is really sitting here for hours, days after day after day, computing this, putting it all together, and getting it all done, man. Yeah. So let's talk about some other places that you've traveled. You know, we said Nobu was one. Japan. Bermuda or Barbados? Cheese, eggs, and potatoes. Yes. Barbados. What brought you out to Barbados? The sandals, right?
Yes, the Sandals Grand. They had hired us to come out. Listen, Sandals is one of the best places on earth in Barbados. It was all inclusive. They were knocking on your door in the morning. They're trying to, people there got to be a little bit of an alcoholic because like it's 9:30 in the morning knocking on your door. Yo, you want some champagne? You need some more Hennessy, or you need some more cognacs? You need some more whiskey? There's alcohol in your room.
Yeah,
like
bottles.
I saw that. Yeah, and I've been a lot of places. I was like, no, this is low key crazy. But yeah, it was that was great, and the way that the infrastructure of it all and the floral design, it was very, very, I feel like I still didn't even capture how beautiful it actually was. They had flowers and the way the bushes and the shrubs, the way they trimmed it, it was so beautiful. It was so nice.
So precise with it, man.
That's not how the whole island is. Like, you know, it's not how, because they have Sandals in Jamaica, it's not all like that. But when you go to the Sandals, let me tell you, that was the breakfast. Oh my gosh. I was working out there just to eat. It was so nice. I saw the prices there, and for a week to stay, I think, and what I stayed in was like $12,000. Yeah, it was crazy, dude. Just for a week.
Just for a week, $12,000, man. Yeah. And you're out there on the job, but still, you got some leisure time. You got some time to yourself. You got to see some beautiful sunsets, thing like that, man. And I want to say within that vlog, you had a very nice display because you had 3 images, within transitions. You had like a middle, a left, and a right, and it like was essentially the beauty, the essence of capturing what Barbados looks like. And I like that style of editing, man. So I wanted to credit you for that. Thank you. Brought you out there again? You said? Yeah,
the Sandals. They
hired you. The Sandals hired you.
My client, I met her in the airport randomly from just holding my camera out.
Yes,
and that's how we met. And she gets a lot of hit ups. She was signed to an agency and yeah, a whole bunch of stuff like that. She's like signed to an agency, and yeah, so that's how that happened. And so people saw the content that I was creating for her, and they'd like, oh, this is what she just did with me, and boom, boom. So that's how that happened.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, full style first class. It was, I love the Sandals. We could do business.
You live in large, my man. Live in large. But at this time, let's get into tea time. Not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Yes. My man, Addachy, cheers. I saw you. You opened yours a little prematurely, but hey, it happens. You needed a drink, so here we go. Lovely, lovely. And some good old strawberry half and half with some lemon, man. That is the sweetness that I need this morning. I'll tell you.
Listen, mango anything. I'm good.
Big mango guy.
I love some mangoes, man.
What is drinking in Arizona? Is it nostalgic for you at all? Where does that bring you back to in the time of your life?
Brings me back to after school, hanging out and going to CVS or Rite Aid and getting them. Yeah, I vividly remember getting. I only drink this flavor. To be honest with you, like that half and half sweet tea and all that, I don't like it.
Yeah,
it tastes like watered down. Like I don't know.
It's all different. Yeah. This isn't my preferred flavor. My preferred flavor is black and white, and it's like watered down sweet tea, essentially.
Yeah, I can't.
I like it though. It's got a unique taste.
I have a sweet tooth, so
let's see what the question of the day is. Actually, if you could just pick one question out of there, hand me the piece of paper, and then we'll get right into tea time. Not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Here we go. The question of the day is: if you had, this is a great one. I like it, and this is from Los Seneca. Shout out Los Seneca. This is from you. If you had to live the same day forever, like Groundhog's Day, what would that day look like for you? That's a great question. Phenomenal question.
That is a wonderful question. Probably I'm living the same day. I could set it up however.
It's the same day, maybe preferably one that has actually happened, and why you would pick that day, because it's you're basically reliving that same day every single day, just like Groundhog's Day, that movie.
Quite honestly, man, if I could just wake up early in the morning and just spend time with my family, like my mom, my dad, and my sister, there's like nothing else in life matters more to me. As I get older, like I remember just Sundays would just be with us. I would be outside, but I don't like at 27. I don't really care about anything. It really just keeping my parents good, healthy. My sister, I love everybody else. I love them. Like, I have family friends. I'm also including in that as I say this, but yeah, my mother and my father, the most important thing to me. So yeah.
As a family, is there like a day that you could recall that is like, maybe you guys talk about it at Thanksgiving dinner every now and then? It's like, yo, remember that day? I'll let you think on that, because that's a great question, because I really don't know how to answer that. I've had a lot of good days. I've had a lot of bad days, but I can't say I've had my best day just yet. You know what I mean? So
probably different moments, just like cumulative times, just everything just being together,
of picking.
One of my favorite memories, I was I just got done doing a bounce house job, and I came home, and it was like one of the last few jobs, and my parents were just outside, and it was like the sunset was going down. It was so beautiful, and we had a gazebo in the back, and they were just there. And my parents were lit, which is hilarious, because they don't like it takes a few to get lit.
Yeah.
So they were just lit, and we were just talking and laughing, and I was just like, wow, like life is like, there's nothing better than this in life. So I've held that on for like the last 10 years. That moment, I'm like, there's nothing I've seen more beautiful than that.
As an adult, being able to sit there and see those moments with your parents and be respected with your parents as an adult as well. I think those moments are extremely grand.
Yeah.
To be able to sit there and talk to my mom about some real life things where like, I'm unfamiliar with her cursing growing up, because it's like, she was my mom. So she didn't want me to like curse and shit like that. But every now and then when we're on a road trip and she's telling me a story and she just goes, that motherfucker. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm like, mom is a gay. Bro, my mom has said one thing one day that I was like, what? I'm like, wow, you're a gangster. And she's not from America. She's from El Salvador, right?
Okay, nice.
So I was like, you know what a gangster is? She was like, no, I don't know what you mean. I'm like, okay, so basically this is what you just did. Like my mom was like, don't fuck with me, is what she said essentially. And it was absolutely bonkers. So I think one of my best days, something that I would like to relive, I would say it has to be when I was younger. There was a year, I don't remember what year it was. Let's just say 2008. But every weekend we would go to a friend's house, a family friend's house, and all of our family friends conjoined at that house. And every single weekend there was like a pig roasting at the end of the driveway. The kids would all get together and we play manhunt. I remember those days, man. I remember just I have brothers and my mother was single, so she would grab every one of us to try and like dance with her for a little bit. And you know, growing up, I was like, oh, I don't want to dance with mom. Now I'm like, I get what she was doing, and I understand why she was doing it, because she just wanted to dance with someone. And yeah, I think those were some of my favorite days, my best days, being with everyone who basically for years just hung around, and we were a big family. We're a big family. You know, every holiday we would get together and we would do something like that, you know. So
important. Like Christmas, everybody used to come to our house. I remember I swear, bro, we had 200 people at our house for Christmas. It was I was so young, and there were people sleeping in the hallways, people sleeping in the fine china room that no one was allowed to be in, like filled to the floor. Like I remember, like
blankets.
There were people sleeping right by the stairs outside of my room. Like I had like 12 cousins in my room.
Wow.
Yeah, like it was. We would have so many people in our.
I got to see that family photo.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I miss it. Like and I really came from when I went to France, and it was more specifically south of France. It was very chill. Like it was the summertime. Yeah, it was in the summertime, and I just saw every day, every morning, like their people with their families were just out. And people here in America don't do that. They don't. And
good point.
I do with my family as much as I can as I'm traveling and doing what I'm doing. But over there, nothing matters. And I talk to people, and they're like, yeah, nothing. You know, they're not gonna be here forever. So you gotta spend time forgive / kind of forget. You know, just be there. Just be there. Be in the moment.
It's a culture thing, you know. I think it's what the American mindset is compared to the European mindset, so on and so forth. You know, like we think about. You think about America, you think about like taxes and bills and shit like that. You know, like that's something that
it's always gonna be there.
Everyone is like, you know, thinking about bills, taxes, and what's the point of stressing about it? You know, you got to take the things that, you know, won't be there forever. You know, taxes and bills will be there forever. So enjoy that. I want you to think, what's your best day? I think, Cola, what's your best day? Would it have to be the day that your son was born? Right? That's probably like a cliche, easy answer. Oh, he don't want to touch the microphone. Okay, real quick. Let me go ahead.
Best day would be, I'll say, a day that's productive, but also like a hybrid with family.
Okay.
Like let's say I came home from a shoot, got a big deposit or something like that, and I can spend the rest of the day with my family. So now every day I can relive that and just spend that money on something different every day. Like just try to relive that moment of just being happy with the family and stuff like that.
Since you guys can't hear him because he doesn't have a microphone right now, productive and family hybrid day is one of Colo's best days. Yeah. So with that being said, everyone, thank you for tuning in to Tea Time, not brought to you by, but inspired by Arizona Iced Tea. Cheers, Addachy. Thank you to Lo Seneca for submitting that question. If you haven't, submit your question now. DM, comment, whatever the case may be. We need more Tea Time questions. So here we are. It's 2025. We're midway through. What do you have planned for the rest of the year? Any monumental shows, any monumental booking, any other traveling? Seems like is the traveling still as hot as it was last year?
So now that I'm living by myself, finally, I'm enjoying my rent. I'm in Atlanta. When I go back to the A, I'm in my spot. I don't want to go out to eat. I want to no. Let me sit down, enjoy my rent, and edit these videos. That's really what I've been on. But believe we're going back to Japan. We're in July.
Correct. Yep.
Not for me. One of my best friends, he likes to remain anonymous, but one of my best friends, he's getting married, and I get to shoot his wedding, and that's something for me. I have 4 friends I've known since I was 6 years old. When I first moved to Pennsylvania, I walked into class, they shook my hand, and we've been friends ever since.
That's awesome.
So for 20 years, and he's getting married, and I'm just like, yeah, I would love to shoot your wedding. Like I would absolutely love to.
In Japan?
No. Here in the States.
Here
in the States. But it's just something monumental for me because it's just like, wow, I've literally grown up with you and watched you. Like you're my brother, you know, and to see him happy and get married and, you know, His parents love me. It's just love. My parents love him. They always ask. They was like, "Oh, how's my other son?" You know, da da da. So that to me is really special. And what else? Oh God, it's a great question. Like, yeah, I think November going back to Japan. My birthday, October. I don't really do anything on my birthday. I just be chilling. My birthday's on a Wednesday. What am I gonna go do
on a Wednesday?
I don't like to go out. I don't like to go out to the clubs and stuff like that.
Did the previous you like to go out?
Never.
The younger you?
I like before I picked up a camera. I enjoyed going to the bars.
Okay.
But if I'm not with my friends that are all scattered across the world, I don't want to go out because I get paid to go out. So it's like, why am I going to go out and spend money if I get paid and I got free drinks? It just, yeah. I don't know. I'm over it.
You get to experience the fun while on the job. It's so
yeah. I'm pretty much over it. In Atlanta, we shoot a lot of events. So yeah.
What was one of the most prominent, most excited events that you've ever shot?
It's a great question.
For you personally.
I would say when I went to France, that was definitely one of them because we went to the Olympics and I was courtside. And
yes, you were.
We were there shooting for Air France. We weren't there for the Olympics, but Air France got us tickets, to whatever. And that was beautiful. And I got a beautiful photo of Wemby I never posted. And that was cool, that whole trip. And I would say, I don't know. Wow. I don't know. I've done a lot. So ask me one more time.
What is like some of the events that you like really thoroughly enjoy? Like you were genuinely super excited to go and record this or to go shoot this.
Okay. So you could use the other one. Or just use this one. I wasn't excited. It was a challenge for me. I went to go shoot with Lauren Ridinger. She owns Market America and she had a conference. I got hired to shoot and live edit. I'm talking like as soon as I'm done shooting, I was basically doing her branding for the event. Her personally, not for the event, just for her.
Yeah.
So she was on stage, backstage, everything. Shoot, go edit, shoot, go edit, shoot, go edit. And it was tough. It was like a good 12, 13-hour workday, I'm waking up early and I'm not leaving till like late at night. And I'm still editing when I get back to the hotel.
Why did she want that live editing aspect?
They want to put stuff out fast.
Immediately,
yeah. Some people just want that. They don't want to wait. And that's completely fine. It's not, that shouldn't be the case for everybody, but some people, when you're at that high of a status, that was great. And shout out to my boy Christian. He got me that gig. And yeah, I'm about to do it again for her. And I love it because it was something I haven't done before at that caliber. I know I can edit fast. I know I can move fast, but how fast can I really move? And how well can I execute stuff? How can I get the revisions out, communicate with people? And it's chaos. Like she's popping. I mean, she's getting her hair done. She's getting her lashes done, her makeup, her lips, whatever. She's on the phone handling business. She's on another phone handling business. She's there talking to people. Yo, let me get the script for the show. To this day, I've never seen anyone work like that. I mean, it was real movie stuff.
Multitasking.
Yes. Like I have never seen that. That was great. But yeah, it was a great challenge for me. That's why I like it. And so I ended up, I was there for like 3-4 days. Oh man, I missed my flight the last day. But I had to do a late checkout. Yeah, but that was cool. That was in Florida. That was nice. But yeah.
You had this one shoot that I took interest in. It was an Atlanta U.S. soccer game.
Yes. AJ, that was AJ's client, and I went. Grateful to be a part with my brother to go shoot that with him. That was they were having some type of, I don't know. We just be outside. Yeah. But we were there and it was cool. We got to do all that. And that spot, I don't even think that spot no longer exists, where they held the event at, but I would go help them do events there a lot.
Let me ask you, do you have a dream shoot?
I kind of did it. Not really a shoot, but I was at the Drake concert and I snuck in and they tried to get me arrested. They wanted my memory cards. I had to give them my memory cards. Yeah, because I was trespassing. I was. It happens. Some people do. Some people get away with it.
Elaborate on, you were trespassing on a concert or trespassing on the fact that you had a camera? What was...
On everything. The property, because it's just like, hey, you didn't get a media pass. You don't even have a ticket to be here. How did you get in here? Wow. Did you even get searched?
That was bold.
Yeah.
That was bold.
Yeah. Because to this day, I don't even like talk. I really don't. But if I would have had those photos, my life would be different. The videos and the photos I got from that was absolutely amazing. To this day, I don't think I've shot anything better.
Was it you, just me, myself, and I? Did you? Wow.
I'm not gonna say
No, you
how
don't
I got
got
in,
to,
but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Got finessed and got up in there, and what happened had happened. But that was after that. I was kind of like, okay. When I shot that shot, when I got that Kendrick Lamar shot at Rolling Loud, that was one of the times I was like, oh, okay, like I'm good. Everything else after this, I'm just a big Kendrick fan, you know, and I wanted to get a solid picture of him, you know, when I get my crib and I print it, you know, I just want to, got the video, got the photos, and almost died at that show. Rolling Loud was no joke. Like that, I'm talking like you what happened at the Travis Scott show, you know.
I didn't see the video of last year's Rolling Loud.
No, what happened with the rodeo festival?
People getting stampeded.
Yeah, that whole thing.
Astro, yeah.
Kendrick fans are Rolling Loud was just crazy, but I didn't know Kendrick got people turning like that live. And I was in the front of the thing, so we're really falling back. And they had that documentary out, and I genuinely experienced that. Thank God it wasn't that bad. I saved some girl. She was getting stepped on. I was like, oh, this could be
terrifying, man.
Yeah, nah. So I'm pretty much. But I snuck in a Rolling Loud too. I didn't have a media pass.
What a G.
Yeah. Yeah.
Teach me your ways, bro.
Yeah.
I'll book the flight. We out.
If sneaking into Rolling Loud, Miami, it took like an hour. And then, when I got in, that was good.
What I've learned about my maintenance lifestyle is all you need is a ladder.
Yeah.
Just bring a ladder.
Bring a ladder.
Right?
Bring a vest.
The two of us in a whole get up, got the tool. Yeah, we're here to fix the stage.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That was
mid-performance. We're up there with the ladder and a camera.
Yeah. And it's funny too, when I had posted some of the TikToks, there were people like, yo, I saw you shooting, and I was mad confused as to why you were with us and not with the other shooters. It's because I'm not supposed to be there. That wasn't.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
Quite the experience there.
Experience.
But we're gonna get ready to get off the show here. So before we get off the air, I want to give you the floor. If there's anything that you want to say to people at home, anything that you want to shout out, this is the time, man. It's been a pleasure having you here. The floor is yours.
Yeah. Shout out to my mom, my dad, my sister. Shout out to AJ. We talk and work every day. You got to stop breaking my equipment. And my boy Dylan, we be in the gym. That was like my first like real gym partner, going crazy. Because I'm in the gym all the time and always talks and asking questions. So thank you to him. Thank you to anybody that has honestly ever helped me, honestly, in any type of way. Just pulling up to a shoot, helping. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Even when we don't talk no more, I appreciate you. Got mad love for you. And who else? I feel like Rax and Raw, Alchemy Sound. They have a recording studio. I'm just locked in with them, so I always promote it whenever I can. Yeah, if you're looking to get some great high quality music recorded and engineered by Grammy award winning artists, Alchemy Studio, and those are my guys. Shout out to you and the Atmosphere. August 2nd.
August 2nd. Yep. August 2nd.
Good, bro.
Sorry, it would already happen by the time this comes out, but shout out Atmosphere.
August 2nd. And I feel like I'm forgetting a whole bunch of people. Christian, thank you to Christian, for hooking me up. And my OG, my Puerto Rican, that's the Puerto Rican side of my family. Yeah, a whole bunch of people. I love you. Yeah.
Addachy, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you for coming all the way out to the Middleman Podcast, man. Taking the drive of being here. As I said in the beginning, long overdue, but I'm glad we finally got it. We got it done, and I'm looking forward to just seeing you continue to transcend forward, man. Continue on up and up, because you're up there, man. You're up there. The sky's the limit at this point, man, because you're hitting it in full stride, and you're doing a fantastic job, man. So with that being said, everyone, I highly encourage you to check out Addachy, check out his YouTube, Instagram, anywhere that you want to, check out his portfolio, his website. Shout out the website, which is...
It's not even Addachy.com. It's Addachy portfolio. I don't know. Go to my Instagram. I stopped paying for it because business. Oh, real quick business tip. Square is great. If you make if you're making good money, just go. It's not promotional, whatever, ad, whatever. Really, just go to Square. Square is great. I love it. They'll give you loans when you're making money. Like, Square is dope. And so Adobe Portfolio is a free site. So I used to have square.com for Addachy.com. You have to pay for it. Nah, I don't even care to have Addachy.com. Shouldn't say that, but the portfolio is free. I use Square it's way cheaper to operate. So,
dropping dimes of knowledge.
Yeah.
Check out Square.
Yeah, check out Square.
It's better to be a square, not around in this time. And with that being said, everyone, I am the man in the middle, Kevin Martinez, signing out. Peace.